I used to be all about charisma, magnetism, and having influence, social influence. Why? Because I was in my ego. I was looking to make a name for myself, and to I wanted to seduce, and I wanted to be persuasive and successful. To get more opportunities in life and more pleasure. Women. And eventually, as maturity unfolds, um, it's a lot less about charisma at this point, and it's more about actually just feeling free. So social freedom, which I used to assign charisma to social freedom, that if you're socially free, then you have to be someone who is always joking around with people, uh, which is a beautiful sign of someone who is free and who has fun and who enjoys life and wants to share it. But I became too obsessed with proving to others and myself how socially free I was. So I was making these videos, right? This is a long time ago now, but I was doing public stunts, embarrassing things, and trying to, essentially be a daredevil on a big scale. And that was really freeing in the moments, for sure, really satisfying, and gave me this sense of satisfaction and self-mastery and confidence. But also it was I was always worried about what's the next big thing I have to do now to prove something. And it was, to be honest, I'll be unfiltered here. Some people will be turned off, but that's fine. I was at a rave the past summer, and that's where this really started to sink in. It has sunk in before, but this was like a big turn, maybe, where I was taking MDMA. I have to look over the shoulder as the cops around, mom around, and it was together with some mushrooms. And then I noticed as it started to work on me, and I'm going with the music, I'm meditating at the same time, you could say, while dancing with 1,000 people who are on a great vibe. Usually there's something that is here, like, okay, I need to look for some woman to connect with, to get something out of the party. But here I was, not wanting to really get something out of the party. I was just enjoying the moment, and that was it. I was just free. I was free of the need to be somebody. I was free of the need to be loud, to dance, to dance a certain way, to talk to people, to talk to people a certain way, to dance a certain way, to be anything. I was just free, and that was the reward. That was the price. And if I was interacting with somebody, I was more listening, and I enjoyed every single word that came out of the person. And it was like I was becoming the person, and I was sharing what the person was going through, which was so much more rewarding than it was rewarding in a deeper way, not for my ego. The ego would still maybe prefer to have a hot girl admiring me right in front of my face, or being able to kiss some really beautiful woman. But this was more sustainable. I can trust this state more, this state of being free, the state of being free to be anyone. I can be introverted, I can be extroverted if I want. It doesn't really matter. It's just that freedom from having to be anything that was just so enjoyable. The freedom of the moment, the freedom from any experience, I didn't need anything. I didn't need any peak experience. I didn't need any woman to kiss me. I didn't need anything. I was just enjoying that state of freedom. Okay, and it's silence, and it's peaceful, and it's deeply satisfying. The ego was available. So if it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, or maybe just 2 years ago, the ego would come in more and kind of disrupt it. After a lot of practice, it was not really disrupting it. So I could be the whole night, basically, and being in that state. It doesn't mean that I will talk to a ton of people, or like, I got a lot of phone numbers or a lot of friends. But something deeper is at work. Something more satisfying is at work. So that's that kind of sunk in more at the time. There's been many epiphanies over the years. I remember the first one was also where MDMA was involved. It was 12 years ago now, in Santa Barbara. And this was right in the middle of the peak of Freddy Fairhair, the social freedom, the viral videos. And then I took MDMA with some friends, with 2 friends of mine. I'd never done it before, and I was doing that. And I was just blown away by how much I've gotten social interacting wrong. I've been trying to get attention, trying to influence, trying to control, trying to be seductive, trying to be attractive, trying to be cool, trying to be funny. And here, while being on MDMA, I was just loving. I was just open-hearted, I was present, I was enjoying being with the people I was with. I was enjoying listening to them, enjoying that they were opening up, enjoying opening up myself. And I knew that I couldn't be on that substance more than that day, and perhaps you know, I'd probably take months breaks from it in order to do it again. And I didn't do it again until 3 years later or so. But I knew that this was teaching me something about how to truly interact with people, how to truly be present. What social freedom really is. It's not about getting attention. Okay, it's not about doing the craziest thing in the room. It can be that sometimes if it's truly spontaneous and coming from this open-hearted place, or this place where you are really true to yourself and true to your intuition, and it can just come out like that, like an innocent and powerful inspiration. But I didn't need to get attention. I didn't need to control things. I was just trusting everything, and that trust itself also gave rise to more abundance, inner abundance, more love, more presence. And that itself was doing the interactions, which was a powerful lesson. So powerful that I even talked about it in class the week later. And I remember the teacher was shocked. People said that her face just became shocked when I mentioned the word MDMA. It was like an opening circle, sharing circle, and I shared the story. But she was thankful that I shared it later on, when she learned that it was not just some drug experience. It was something I actually wanted to integrate in my life, something wise and meaningful. Those 2 stories there hopefully conveys not that you should take MDMA, but it's 2 stories that can convey a state of being that is possible to achieve, I think, without the drugs, without MDMA. Hopefully these 2 stories conveys not only that, not that you should take MDMA, but a state of being that is possible to integrate in life, I think, maybe without the rush of serotonin going up in the brain, but a new way. It's opening up a new way of socializing, a new way of being present, being more in the body and not so much in the head, and being more trusting, and how it is to live from that, how it is to interact with people from that. So that's something I really learned, and the connection I felt with people, and how I remember also meeting a woman, a girl, the next day, who I knew, but I remember her eyes when I looked at her and I talked to her, and I could sense that she was being affected by my presence, by my inner abundance. And I saw that she was she was responding to it. Her eyes became kind of loving back at me. And this was maybe 12 hours after I took the MDMA. The morning after, I had an afterglow, and I could sense that she was feeling what I was feeling, and which is a beautiful new way of looking at attraction between people. That it is, if you feel good, they will feel good, and they will feel good around you, so they will want to interact with you. They want to be in your company. And it's not my intention to condone seductive ego behavior, but it is better to see it that way than to read books sharing manipulative tactics on how to control another human being to be with you.